tomorrow is here. Drama, it's in me pay adiwa. Makana miri ababago. Industrial revolution. Abatago Enugu. Okwa digital economy. Yeah. Agricultural revolution. Oh. Yeah. It's in Jagwa paper. The rock. Oporus odima. The rock. It's a week marama. The rock. Quality education and all-round development. Yo. The rock. And tomorrow is here. I say my tomorrow is here. And tomorrow is here. I know.
Virtually every day, in the Enugu wake up to visionary innovations and policies aimed at making their lives better and making Enugu State the preferred destination for living, tourism, and business. One of such innovations is the construction of ultra-modern bus terminals in the state. Just as Governor Peter Mbah reiterates commitment in the fight against insecurity and bringing killers of policemen to book. These and more stories lined up on today's edition of Lion Building in Action. But before we walk the talk, let's take a break. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. We will begin by telling you that motorists and other road users in Enugu Metropolis have lauded the state government's plan to build ultra-modern bus terminals at Holy Ghost Obeitemain Market Road and other 3 central stations in the states. We bring you reactions from one of the proposed sites for the central station. The Obeitemain Market Road in Enugu City is one characterized by traffic congestion, thefts, and some other criminal activities.
The Belgian government is a security for this railway because people are crying bitterly. Hey, it's very bad. Somebody will come from Lagos. Maybe you come and see someone, they will snap your bag, get a CB and snap your phone. It's not good. So government should put eye.
Can see say everywhere, see hold up. Even a person can't pass anywhere. If you are traveling, going somewhere now, we will not move. Hold up. You have to extend the road, which every one of us will have it. Some people will be happy. But at the end of the day, when they finish with it, they will be okay.
However, succor is on its way as the Market Road is one of the proposed sites for the construction of an ultra-modern bus terminal. The intent is to curtail perennial traffic congestion, enhance safety, and optimize transport efficiency. Matching words with action, the state government has commenced payment of compensation to property owners around the Market Road and also provided temporary locations for them pending the completion in a year. The development has spurred reactions from traders and road users within the axis, describing it as a lofty initiative which will promote business-friendly environments.
Some of us have received the compensation. We've seen a change.
I think it's a very good idea. If the government should do that, it will help us as pedestrians. When we are coming, at least everywhere will be organized. So I will help the government if they embark on such projects. It's a very good idea.
Commissioner for Transport, Dr. Obi Ozo, explained that the initiative is part of a broader plan that includes interstate transportation at Ababanike, Gariki, and Nsukka, where the other terminals will be constructed for the Phase 1 projects.
We're also going to now build a modern bus stops connecting the Enugu Central Station, which is Holy Ghost, to the Gariki, to the Ababa and the Nsukka. So the current bus stops we have in Enugu are not the right bus stops. The bus stop we want to have is the bus stops where a vehicle and this BRT bus can actually clear out of the road and people can enter into it. Bus stops that are properly covered. And the government have also now acquired buses that will be here in few months to actually carry in the Enugu and give them affordable and efficient transportation.
Economic experts are of the belief that this move by the state government will not only ease traffic but boost the state's economy and promote ease of doing business in the state.
Iraq, Iraq, quality education and all-round development. Iraq, our tomorrow is here. I say my tomorrow is here. Our tomorrow is here. I know.
And still on transportation, Enugu State Government and the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, have moved to partner in developing critical infrastructure at the Akano Ibiam International Airport. Governor Mba received management of FAN to discuss modalities for the partnership. The partnership by the Enugu State Government and Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, is towards the completion and operationalization of the international terminal, construction of a cargo terminal, and warehouses at the Akano Ibiam International Airport, Enugu. For the actualization of the infrastructural upgrade, the governor, who had in audience the management of FAN at the Government House, said a committee had been constituted to work out the modalities for the collaboration between both parties. He further explained that the initial issues with the Nigerian Air Force surrounding the proposed site for the cargo terminal has been resolved following the execution of an MOU.
It is indeed my utmost pleasure and honor to welcome you and other members of your team to the Government House of Enugu State. Enugu, as you may already know, is the homeland of Enugu, the homeland of Southeast Nigeria. Your presence here today is indicative of the cordial relationship that has existed and continues to exist between FAN and the government of Enugu State. And it is my hope that the outcome of the discussion that we're going to have, and indeed the outcome of the discussion the committee will have, will be of mutual benefit to the both parties. You may have come across the word that Enugu State is open for business, right? And it may also interest you that our mission statement is to make Enugu State the preferred destination for investment, business, tourism, and living. And we have also proposed an ambitious growth target. We propose to grow the economy of the state from the current $4.4 billion to $30 billion in the next 4 to 8 years. And those statements are not just mere posturing. We understand that if this exponential growth will happen, it has to come from the private sector. And So we as government has to enable that. So we need to provide the environment that would make it attractive for private sector to come in and invest. And part of it will be services, right? And just as you pointed out, the airport is a critical part of it. For example, in our plan for tourism, we've projected to have over 3 million visitors coming to Enugu every year from next year. So when we did the numbers in terms of logistics, it would be like expecting over 100 flights into Enugu on a daily basis. So the current infrastructure can't handle it. And that's why we believe that we need to work closely, we need to collaborate with France so that they can also see what we're seeing. And it's gladdening us to notice that you're fully bought into this concept that private sector growth businesses, the key enabler, or one of the key enablers would be the services you provide at the airport. And so we are not going to be neutral as to what happens at the airport. We're going to work with you and collaborate with you in those areas that are necessary in order for us to achieve our common goals.
Director of FAN represented said, the infrastructural upgrade, when completed, will attract businesses to the southeast, increase wealth creation, and reduce poverty within the geopolitical zone.
Serve the airport needs of the southeast of Nigeria in a manner that will catalyze the business potentials of the Igbos. Increase wealth creation within the zone, reduce the incidence of poverty, and enhance the GDP of the state within this geopolitical zone. The International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, the world's #1 aviation regulators, correctly asserted that airports are engines of economic growth. In another study commissioned by the International Airport Transport Association, IATA, it was empirically found that 1% of a state's budgetary allocation spent on an airport has the ability to triple the state's GDP. Going by these facts, we want to commend the wisdom of the Enugu state government in their decision to partner with FAN in providing critical infrastructure that will enhance the ability of the Akano Indian International Airport in Enugu State, in providing seamless operations in cargo, domestic and international passenger classifications. We are FAN, working hand in hand with the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, are open to mutually beneficial discussions that will solidify this symbiotic relationship. In this regard, we welcome nomination of experts from the state and from FAN to join the committee that will be set up to commence further actions with timelines that will culminate in signing the necessary MOUs for the immediate implementation of the projects as envisioned by Your Excellency, sir. Once again, thank you for this opportunity and accept our warmest regards.
Both parties are optimistic that the committee, which is chaired by the Enugu State Commissioner for Transportation, will conclude its sitting within the next 2 weeks to enable the signing of necessary agreements for immediate commencement.
Yo, rock. Our tomorrow is here. What's in my tomorrow is here. Our tomorrow is here. I know.
Peter Mbara has re-emphasized his administration's commitment and determination to strengthen local government system for efficient and quality service delivery. The governor made this known during the official inauguration of the newly appointed members of the Enugu State Independent Electoral Commission, (ENSEC). Do take a listen. Following the recent screening of the chairman and other members of the ENSEC by the State House of Assembly, Professor Christian Chimdubem Ngu was inaugurated as the ENSEC chairman alongside other members. The governor, while reminding them of their responsibility to ensure that the rules and procedures governing the conduct of the local government elections are strictly adhered to, called for their unbiased approach to the electoral guidelines without fear or favor.
You're charged with the responsibility to ensure that the rules and the procedures governing the elections of the local government councils and the councillors are conducted free, fair, and credible. We are going to be counting on you to discharge yourself in your new roles. Some of you were already in the system, you are being reappointed. So we hope that you continue to discharge yourselves creditably. So on that, it is my honor and pleasure, and by virtue of the Enugu State Independent Electoral Commission Law, Section 4, Subsection 1, I hereby inaugurate you.
The ENSEC chairman, Professor Ngu, promised that the members of the commission will discharge their duties credibly by adhering to the rules and engagement for the conduct of free and credible polls, among other duties. Professor Ngu vowed to carry all the political parties in the state along in the scheme of things, as well as ensure equal opportunities to exercise their constitutional obligations during the elections.
Our profound joy and gratitude for finding us worthy to serve this government, to serve the people of Enugu State in this capacity. On behalf of my members, I wish to tell you and reassure you that we are going to re-engineer ENSEC in accordance with your government's disruptive innovation mantra. We will follow it to the latest, to the least barest minimum. We will re-engineer, reinvigorate, and re-enliven ENSEC. It's going to be a level playing ground for every political party that comes up to contest. It's a double assurance. We will leave ENSEC far, far better than we are going to meet it. We will never disappoint you. We will make you happy.
Others at the inauguration charged the new ENSEC members to leave a legacy that would be sustained by their successors.
Iraq, Iraq, quality education and all-round development. Iraq, and tomorrow is here. My tomorrow is here. And tomorrow is here. I know.
Enugu State Governor has placed a 10 million naira bounty on heads of killers of 2 policemen in the state. The governor pledged the reward while briefing newsmen after a State Security Council meeting at the government house. According to Governor Peter Mba, available security information pointed to men of the Eastern Security Network (ESN). He called on members of the public to be on the lookout for the criminals and to report any suspicious movements to the security agencies. The governor noted that the state government is leaving no stone unturned as it is working with relevant security agencies to capture and bring the killers to book. He also promised to support the bereaved families.
I have given my directives to the security agencies that there must be no hiding place for these criminals in Enugu. We must use everything necessary to hunt down, arrest, and bring to justice the perpetrators of this heinous crime. We have also placed a bounty of 10 million naira as a reward to anyone who would have any useful information that would result to the arrest of these criminals. So I enjoin members of the public to please come forward or call the police with any useful information that could lead to the arrest of these criminals. We do not have room to accommodate these people or these vagabonds, these miscreants in our state. So we're going to do everything necessary to ensure that the sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice made by our valiant policemen did not go in vain. And we also ensure that as government, we're going to provide necessary support to the bereaved families.
The Security Council meeting had in attendance state security heads from the police, Nigerian Army, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, among other security agencies.
Quality education and all-round development. Our tomorrow is here. My tomorrow is here. Our tomorrow is here. I know.
And that report brings us to the end of this week's edition of the program. Do join us again next week, God willing, for another interesting package. Till then, enjoy the rest of the week and bye.
Our tomorrow is here. Our tomorrow is here. Diama, esi mepe adiwa. Makana miri ababago. Industrial revolution. Abata konde nukunu. Okwa digital economy.